Spin the wheel! Boom!
The wheel!
It's going, it's spinning!
Going up.
What's it gonna land on? My mouse is in the way. Oh, that's actually cool.
Is it Sony?
No, it almost was though. Sorry, Boney, it's not Sony this time. How's it going, friends? Luiginator here for another Luiginator podcast, and today we have 3 guests again because I'm a fan of chaos. As usual, we have my co-host Sam. Sam, say hello.
I am chaotic neutral.
We also have, for the first time, we have Broughton. Broughton, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
And once again, we have Phillip. Phillip was on last time, and we played Layers of Fear, and we played Silent Hill, but you guys weren't here for that. You were only here for me playing Silent Hill. And Phillip has a thing that he does on the internet. Phillip, talk about your thing.
Yeah, time for a shameless plug. If you like my shit, you should check out more of my shit on the YouTube channel Brute Neighbors. We currently run a podcast, and we have more things in the works, so go check that out. Please and thank you.
I will put a link to Brute Neighbors in the description. I have listened to them before. It's a very fun podcast, and much like this podcast here, we're all just starting out, so go support new creators, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to support new creators. Woo! And we're all cool people.
It's 2020.
It's 2020. Support new creators. But okay, cool. So today we have spun the wheel of topics, and I'm the only one who has seen it so far. I did not tell them before doing the intros this time. Today, friends, we are going to be discussing TV shows that should be video games. Because everybody talks about movie tie-ins, but nobody really talks about TV show tie-ins. So much so that I am going to think for 2 seconds about one, and now I'm gonna say actually, you know what? No, this is something that I actually had planned. This game already exists, but it exists in a really bad form. It wasn't very well thought out. It wasn't very good. And I want to take the concept and I want to actually do it again and do it better. The thing that I think should be a show is like a conglomeration of a game is like a conglomeration of a bunch of stuff. I think that they should make a new Cartoon Network racing game.
Oh.
Yeah. Because, it's a mascot kart racer, and those are super duper fun when they're done well. Because, everybody knows Mario Kart, and I've yet to meet a person who genuinely dislikes Mario Kart. I've had people who are like, I'm not a fan of Mario Kart, but I've never met someone who's just like, I hate Mario Kart. And I think that Cartoon Network, and all cartoon stations, but Cartoon Network has such a great chaotic roster for a kart racing game. I just think it's a perfect fit, and I want to see it done with the justice it deserves.
Well, I think
who
what's
let all these
interesting
kids
about that,
drive?
Yeah. No, but there's the Sonic has that racing game, right? There's all the Sonic characters in theirs, and then you also have Crash Bandicoot.
God, I could. Right? I love some Crash Team Racing.
So there's those, and then the Switch is huge now, and so many kids play that, and so to have a competer with Mario Kart, with all the new Cartoon Network characters, could be fun.
Yeah, no, and I would especially love it because I don't know if anybody remembers it from the mid 2000s. Cartoon Network's in between imagery video things, between the shows, between commercials, was this thing called Cartoon City, where it was all the different cartoon characters living in one city interacting with each other, and it was super duper great. One of my favorite bits was Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy interacting with Professor Utonium from Powerpuff Girls, and I love that concept, and I think a racing game where they're all heckling each other the whole time is just perfect for that. And now, for my random question that I always add after the initial topic, who would you play as in this game? I guess that this is kind of a weird one for me, so I guess it's who would I main in this game. I would absolutely main Ed, Edd n Eddy. 1000%. 1000%.
Ed knows how to use his head.
Ed and Eddie?
Yeah, they would all. That's the thing. I thought about that at one point.
It's
I think
double dash.
I think they would all be in one car.
Triple dash.
Triple dash.
There are 3 wheels and 3 pedals.
That's actually, that's
tricycle.
That's the name of the game now. The name of the game isn't Cartoon Network Racing. It's Cartoon Network Racing Triple Dash. Wait, what rhymes? Because double dash is alliterative.
Are the Eds.
What's something that could work for triple trouble or triple trash?
Triple tussle. Triple triathlon.
Triple and it's like Mario and Sonic at the Olympics and a racing game.
It's all in one, man. The combo.
Oh,
what kind of video game are we making? The answer is yes.
Everything goes.
Every game.
Okay, so yeah, Cartoon Network Racing. That's my first game, and now I'm just gonna go down my list. So the next on my list on my screen is Broughton. So Broughton,
Oh, we're
what
not
would you
doing
get?
turns?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All
wait,
right.
here we are.
Am I saying who I'd main in Cartoon Network or what? What?
No,
TV show I think
What
would be?
your what TV show do you think would make a good video game?
I mean, 100%. I mean, this is probably. I know this is kind of in the works, and it kind of, but sorry, I'm uploading. It is Avatar: The Last Airbender, of course.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
I mean, the fact that that is not like, so I've seen, and you can look it up on YouTube. There is this guy who's creating an Avatar game, and he's been doing really well. He's been using like some software, I can't even remember, but it's shown a lot of promise, and like he does some really cool mechanics in the game. The fact though that they haven't made like a Breath of the Wild type Avatar: The Last Airbender game, they're missing out. That's a huge market.
I was about to say, like, there actually are a couple of Avatar games, but yeah, like you said, like I feel like they've been kind of missed opportunities, because like I played the one that came out on the Wii and the one that came out on the Game Boy Advanced, and they're fine, but they're very linear. And for something like Avatar, you're right, something like Breath of the Wild, that you could just like have a very open world and explore it and like combine bending powers and stuff.
Right
That would
on
be absolutely
Appa and just
incredible.
hang
yeah, that'd be
around,
awesome.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yo,
Oh, yeah.
wait. Dude, I would absolutely, like, I'm down for a good Avatar game, period, but can you imagine a Breath of the Wild style Avatar game?
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
it'd be so good.
like
Oh, man.
incredible.
Like there'd be so many
And
like
think
I'm not
of
a
how
huge
long the game would be even, right? Like obviously, you know, it could take a good amount of time because he has to like learn each bending thing and just like the series, and like it'd just be so good.
Yeah, no,
I think there'd be
I
a
would
lot of
absolutely
potential.
play that.
Yeah.
Get
So
on it,
like,
Nickelodeon.
my question is, would you play as like Aang and like the Aang gang, or would you make your own bender and just be in that world?
That's interesting. I think you'd probably play as Aang, just make it an RPG. I think it would be interesting if you could make your own bending character, but I think for the first one at least, you play as Aang, do that, and then if you made another one, maybe make your own bending character or something like that.
Honestly, I
I
can almost see
have
it
a
being an
question
MMO.
about that.
I could see there being an MMO.
Oh, an MMO would be
Yeah.
cool too.
Sam, what is your
Well-
question?
Well, I was gonna like ask, like, if this game was gonna be like create your own character, are they like continuing the story just with like your custom character in it, or is it like a new story, like something like after the main plot,
I think
or
it's-
something
yeah,
of
I
How
think
much
it's
in
after has to be
between?
before?
or
everything.
after, yeah.
Okay, so it's before the entire main plot.
Yeah.
Thinking about it that way, Sam, it sounds like Sonic Forces.
That's kind of
Avatar
kind of like
Forces.
what was it? Well, it's not just Sonic Forces. Like most games that like introduce a custom character, and then it's just like, all right, we're just gonna do the same plot, but we're just gonna add your character who doesn't say anything, and it's just kind of like very awkward, and like it's like your character is just like, oh no, this problem is here. Oh, this random guy will fix it. All right, let's go. Let's just ignore him from now on.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's why. And that's why it's also like, if you don't have a custom character, I feel like you can also like have a lot more open to like say if you the main character you play as is Aang, like all of his voice lines is like it's set, like that's his character. It's not like something you have to like be neutral about.
Yeah, I think what would also be fun is like, you know, having different level designs where you could play as the other main characters, you know?
Yeah,
That's also good.
that would
Like that would be great cuz like, well, I guess you don't really do that in Breath of the Wild, but
But you could.
well, they just announced that they're releasing that Hyrule.
Oh god, the Hyrule Warriors sequel.
Right.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
so,
the
and that one you can
Calamity.
play as the different people. So it would have been cool to do that in Breath of the Wild almost.
God, that would have been cool. Where's my Avatar Warriors game?
It could.
Oh,
Right,
honestly,
do it
no,
like,
I said
uh,
that as a joke. I want that now.
That actually could be really fun.
Yeah, 100%. I think Nickelodeon could really like get into that market. I mean, they just released that new SpongeBob game, which I think did decently well.
Yeah, the remaster of what, it was
Rehydrated.
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah,
right?
Rehydrated. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think Avatar is like such a big brand that they have, and like to make it a video game would be huge for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's got a big, vast, open world, and that would definitely be fun to explore.
Yeah, and then you could have Appa like as your fast travel thing or whatever, and that would be great.
Yeah, you could definitely incorporate a lot of in-world mechanics into a gameplay mechanic.
Oh yeah.
And if we're doing with like MMO logic, the Fire Nation is always attacking you because an MMO is like you're constantly in combat
At every time, every second of every day.
and it's just like, man, I'm so tired. I just need to go rest. Oh no, the Fire Nation again!
Oh, that pesky Fire Nation at it again.
Oh, that darn.
Yeah, those
oh, that
the
darn
Fire Nation grunts. They always know your location.
Oh my god.
They're heat seekers. I got the joke out there. I struggled,
there
but
you
I did
go.
it.
I got the joke out there. All right, no, I definitely played Avatar game. Now, Sam, you're next in line. Sam, what would you show?
I'll invest. Freaking, I almost want Caleb to just like defend this, but it's did that load?
Oh, it's
Letterkenny?
What-
Oh, it's Wait, a Letterkenny game?
Hey, hang
Letterkenny
on.
video game?
All right,
Dude,
all
wait,
right.
okay.
Well,
How would that
What-
work? I'm curious.
What genre?
Open world.
Explain.
Okay, yeah,
please.
explain.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it could be an open world game. But like if we also want to do story driven, that's also fine. Let me explain
no, let's go.
open world first while I find a better picture. So I believe because one of the like big themes I get out of Letterkenny is just like the main characters are constantly going to different locations. Okay, I'll just leave your picture. They're constantly going to locations, and they're just pretty much like doing like slice of life stuff.
Absolutely.
So I feel like open world kind of like has like the best representation of that, because in open world you're just playing as your character and just going in day by day. And FYI, no, you're not making a custom character for this game. You're just playing as the main cast. You can probably switch between the two because each one has like their own episode. But pretty much like the main thing is just like, if we want to, I don't know like how much like RPG elements to throw into here, because I really don't think you should. But mainly just like, you just pretty much maintain your status, because as we know, like the main character, crap, I'm blanking on his name. Caleb, help.
like main character of the whole show, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
Wayne. So like, I feel like his like biggest thing he focuses on is to just like not suck. Like the whole thing is. Let me reword that.
Oh,
Let me
wait,
reword that a little bit
to be
better.
the toughest guy in Letterkenny.
Yes, that's the title
Yeah.
I'm looking for. So the whole point of the game
my
is just like
dude,
to
wait, that is
maintain
it.
that title. So at like random points of your life, because you're constantly like maintaining your strength by eating, sleeping, drinking, then at random moments, some guy will come by and challenge you, and then then you get into a combat sequence.
You know,
At-
I can weirdly see it as like an almost much more laid back version of Sleeping Dogs.
yeah.
Oh my! It's like a. Oh my God!
It's
That's
a
beautiful.
redneck Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, but with like without the guns, and I
Yeah.
don't know how much plot you're
Well,
gonna
there's
like get out of it, but
actually-
yeah.
There's actually this like box. Hold on, I'm trying to find it real quick. But there's this boxing game on the iPhone, and I think it's on Steam too. It's called, and it's
Steam 2,
basically
I'll
like you were
Google it.
saying, where you eat, you like have to work out and all that stuff, and then you have to go through and fight people. And I think that would totally be fun. I think also what would be interesting is almost doing a text type game of Letterkenny.
What do you mean?
Like 80s? Like
No, yeah, like they've been doing them recently. There's one called AI Dungeon.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, I
so
think
almost
that.
having it like
yeah.
that could be fun too.
I think it'd be funny, literally only because of all the Letterkenny slang.
Right, exactly.
I
That's
think-
the thing. You have to
yeah.
put the slang in it, and like that would
honestly,
be
a
fun.
point and click might not be the worst avenue because you could explore all the characters and explore the town that
The
way.
thing is, if you make a Letterkenny game and a beat 'em up section is not a big part of that game, you're not making the game right.
a point and click
Exactly.
with, make it Walking Dead style where there's like action sequences along with the point and click.
I
stuff.
think
I
I
don't know
like
how
the
much
idea of
quick
it being
time
an open
events.
world game, but I think it needs to be an open world. Well, I mean, like you. Honestly, to go back to the thing I compared with Avatar, it's like Breath of the Wild style, for lack of a more in my head right now comparison, where it's literally you can beat up pretty much any bad guy that you find. You have challenges that are all centered around fighting. But Sam, I'm gonna be real with you, Sam. I'm gonna get
like
close.
GTA.
I'm gonna get close to the mic, and I'm gonna be real with you. If I can't play as Derry, I'm not gonna buy this fucking game. If I can't play as Daryl, I'm not gonna buy this fucking game.
I'm gonna make it worse for you. He's DLC.
No,
Paid
you
DLC.
God, that's even
$20
worse.
DLC.
Only available in the season pass. That's $30.
God, you're a piece of shit. Just let me play as
EA
Derry.
call me because he'll do it.
I love
Well,
Derry
what-
so much. Hey, if any of the actors from Letterkenny happen to stumble across this, I love your work. Thank you so much. Let me be on the show.
Let's get at her.
That's money in the sponsorship jar. Where's the? I haven't unpacked the sponsorship jar's right here. I gotta go find a
forgot
quarter. I'll
about
be right back.
sponsorship jar.
Sponsor it,
No, what would
Letterkenny.
all-
Sponsor us. Sponsor the podcast.
What would also
Alright.
be
Go,
fun
I'm
is
gone, you go do your
even
thing.
though we said not to have have the main characters, or you play as the main character, you could almost do the different sects because they have you have like the country guys, you have the hockey bros, and then what are they called? They're not the scene kids, but what do they call them in Letterkenny? I forget now.
Oh shit, the skids, right?
Yeah. You could almost make your own. If you did like almost an MMO or type deal, you could get inserted into each one of those different.
I think it definitely would be
groups.
fun. Like even not an MMO, but like honestly maybe like a sectional game where like one part of the game you play as one group or like
An
as a
iPhone
character in
game.
one group.
Well,
And
see,
just,
that can like date back to like either doing it open world or entirely story driven. Because if it's entirely story driven, then we can do like one chapter this character, this chapter this
Right,
character,
absolutely.
they all meet up like at the end and have a big brawl or some shit.
and then they all have like their own fighting style, so everyone's unique.
Dan just smashes people.
It'd definitely be interesting. It'd be different for sure, and I don't think that's a bad
Hey,
thing.
I'm back. I put a thing in the jar.
We could do like a class type thing. Like one is like a slugger where it's all just main fist. One's a grabber who like mainly just grabs people and throws them into stuff. And the other one is like I don't know, kicks.
You know what you also
Can
could
I-
do? You gotta have a support class. I assume we're still talking about Letterkenny.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta have a support class that's Jimmy Dixon, and it's just he just like super fast talks and confuses the enemy because he's
No,
the
or
he's
That's
the,
also good.
the look I got one little bird flying by, one little bird I can see, two little birds flying by, six birds flying by. So you can just
I like
stand there
that
on the
the whole
sideline
time.
as
I
him
got
while your
another-
buddy's
here's
beating
a-
the shit out of people.
Here's another support character is Shorzy. You get Shorzy out there.
No,
and
Shorzy's
he just
like
insults them and brings their defenses down.
Shorzy's a fucking assist trophy.
Oh my gosh! We can have items in the game that boost your stats, and it's all flipping beer.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
it's all
all
the
like,
pups.
and then
Puppers.
the default one, like the health pickup, is just a fucking puppers.
A buppers.
Oh my
Get yourself
gosh!
a
I'm
fucking
loving
puppers.
more of this idea now.
Oh my god!
Freaking
We need to send this to the creators of Letterkenny.
Holy, who are the?
We need to send this to Jared Kiso.
Yes, Jared Kizo, please, God, come be on the podcast. Or alternatively, Broughton and I are actors. Let us be on Letterkenny.
Yeah, let me be on Letterkenny.
yeah.
I actually,
Call-
it's funny. I know so many people. The two what are their names? What are the two hockey player names? Jonesy and
Riley.
and
Riley
Riley.
Jonesy.
I know people up in Maine who talk dead like those guys.
God, I believe
All
it.
my friends
That
from
would
Maine,
drive
they
me
talk like
insane.
that. It's so funny.
I super believe it.
It's unreal.
Oh my god. I work at an undisclosed location that I'm not gonna say because it's a public institution. But
Whoever says it right now, Caleb has to go back and edit it out.
yeah, no, it's a school, and I'm not gonna drop the name of a school.
Right.
But yeah,
No
no, it's so you work there, and you just meet so many kids, and it's after I watched Letterkenny, I just realized there's so many kids who just act exactly like the hockey players.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
It's unfortunate.
Oh my god, my brother has a friend. Nevin was on the podcast last time. Nevin has a friend who I met at a bar last week, I think it was, at a karaoke night, and he like. It's scary how much he looks like McMurray.
Oh, McMurray, dude.
Fucking McMurray.
That's amazing.
Okay, wait, real quick before we move on, because we've been talking about Letterkenny for a long time, and as much as I want to keep talking about it, we got to keep the flow. Who would you? I already said I'm gonna main Derry. Who would you main in this Letterkenny game?
Oh man.
I'll just main Wayne.
That's fair. Main Wayne.
Main Wayne.
Oh, perfect. Because you did say I act a lot like him once upon a time, Caleb.
I did. I stand by it too.
I believe it. I'll stand with it.
I think you're like the perfect hybrid of Wayne and Derry.
I love God, what's his name?
You can
Is
be
it-
the
Winston
geese.
from Overwatch.
Glenn. I love Glenn. I think he's so funny.
I
Oh my
love
god, I
Glenn.
think Glenn is so funny.
I like that Glenn and Wayne are like the two heads of the show. That makes me so happy.
There's an episode where they go over to the McMurrays and they're in the hot tub.
Yep.
And oh my god, that is the funniest episode. I love Glenn so much.
God, now I'm gonna have to go rewatch Letterkenny. Shoot.
It's so good.
Oh darn. All right, Philip, what do you got for us? What TV show do you think needs to be a video game?
Drum roll.
Gargoyles.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh, that's a great one.
Not to go with. I don't want to make every single one of these games open world, but that has to be open world. You make your own gargoyle, start your own clan,
God.
just fly around Manhattan,
Oh, that'd be
fucking
so
shit
good.
up. Second half of the game, you go through all the mythological shit like they did in the second season of the show.
Just for everyone who's not aware.
Fight
that-
Xanatos.
Oh, that'd be so good. Why'd you put that in my head, Philip?
Because it
That's a
needs to
great one.
exist.
Oh, God.
We need
Or
that
just,
in our
the
lives.
thing is, it just even almost doing it like, and I haven't played it yet. I actually just downloaded the app of it, I guess, or whatever, on my iPhone. But the new Samurai Jack game,
Oh, it's
something along
yeah.
those
that could be. I've
lines.
heard good things about
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
dude, that
something
would be
along those
so
lines.
cool.
That would be great. Yeah.
So I could see Gargoyles being like a Sonic Adventure style game where you get the chance to play through a storyline for each character,
Yeah.
and each character has a different style of level based
That's
on what they prefer.
100%. That's so
Honestly,
true.
that would work very well to how the show works too, because they all had episodes that focused on them, so that would work
It's like Power
incredibly
Rangers.
well.
Power Rangers is the same thing.
Wait, and Philip,
What?
Broadway's levels could all be based around firearms and shooting
Oh,
people.
I mean, you have to if you follow the story of the show at all, though, you have to include that episode. Like that episode is holy shit.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
gun safety episode in a '90s Disney cartoon.
Well, you gotta have gun
So
safety.
just
dude.
to
Hell yeah.
explain. No, I don't want to explain that joke. I don't want to
watch
spoil that
Gargoyles
for
on
people.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this screenshot, and that's all you need to know.
That's all you get. That's all you get.
That's actually
really
gonna be
from
the
the
cover
show.
for the fucking game.
Oh
it's
my
actually
God.
all of them holding guns. Like,
They all just have like AKs and shit. Jesus.
Oh no!
John Wick makes a secret appearance.
As Broadway.
Keanu Reeves. You get
Keanu Reeves as
Reeves to be
Broadway.
Oh,
Oh my god!
I could see Keanu Reeves as maybe Brooklyn.
Holy crap!
Keanu Reeves can do anything, dude.
Honestly, you're right.
Gosh.
yeah, he's great at everything.
Keanu Reeves is Demona.
I'm glad that this is like the one that all of us immediately like had a big reaction about, like and it immediately derailed.
It's
so
so
great,
good.
though.
It's such a good show.
Yeah.
It is. Oh god, it's Philip. No, I think I'm gonna go rewatch that. I will be honest.
Fuck yeah, man.
I need
Dude,
to
we never
rewatch it.
finished it. We didn't watch the last 2 episodes.
Oh my god, okay, here's what we'll
Never
do.
did.
We'll watch. I'll watch all the way up to where we were, and then I will.
Next time we hang out, we'll watch the last 2.
Exactly.
episodes.
I'll come to Atlanta just to watch the last 2, and we'll buy. I'll
yeah.
buy those those like oven, like 8-pack burritos. You remember?
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Just gotta keep a tradition, man.
yeah.
You're trying to kill
Get some
yourself.
cup ramen too.
Your sodium levels are through the roof.
Oh yeah,
Don't,
man,
don't worry about
it's
it, man.
tradition,
Don't worry
though.
about it. It's
We
fine.
might die of heart disease, but hey, gargoyles.
It's fine. Yeah. It's for a good cause. It's very good. It's for a
No,
good
yeah,
cause.
I need to rewatch Gargoyles. I haven't watched it. I mean, I remember watching it as a kid, like when it came out, or like on the box TV that I had in my parents' room. Like I absolutely remember on like Saturday mornings waking up, being in their bed and watching like Gargoyles and stuff.
It's so good. So I'd always heard of
so well,
Gargoyles
too.
before. Just like being a big Disney boy, I'd always heard about it, like reading up on Disney Channel and all the old stuff that they used to do and blah blah blah. And then when I finally like got to watch it with Phillip, I was just completely blown away because I'd always knew that it was going to be more dramatic, and I'm not a big like you know, drama person. I'm more of a comedy guy, but it just completely knocked my socks off.
Oh,
And I take good
Such good
care of my
storytelling.
socks, so that's saying something.
Dang it! I wish I could.
Thanatos is
And
one
now
of the
those
best
stocks
villains.
are gone.
Yeah,
Now I
never
wish I
never
could
got those
change
stocks
my
back.
answer. I just thought of another great series. that'd be
No, we go
awesome.
back
We
through.
do
You were
another
gonna
round.
take
We
another
go
rotation.
Another round.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
You got
perfect.
time, you got
Okay,
time.
good.
Xanatos is the best villain, like one of the best villains ever. I will stand by that till the day I die.
Yeah,
Oh,
Phil, he's
he
a
is,
great
yes,
villain.
absolutely.
You brought nose.
He's a really good villain, Philip.
Quick little segue. I've played D&D with Broughton before and DM'd our
Oh,
D&D
yeah?
sessions, and I basically made Xanatos into a D&D character and
No,
Depp
I'm reading
did
the plot of
full-on
Gargoyles right
Xanatos
now.
shit.
You basically made the plot
Oh yeah, I
of-
straight up made the
Broughton-
plot of our D&D sessions.
Bro, I remember
Gargoyles.
Philip telling me that he was doing that, and he was like, "Yeah, so nobody's fucking caught on yet, but I'm doing
Nobody
this."
figured it out
He was
until like
Broughton
a
should
month.
know this. He's like, Broughton should know this thing. I know he should know it. And
Yeah.
it's funny because I was replaying Spyro.
Oh, God
and
bless.
Spyro
You thought it was
is
Spyro.
very similar in plot to Gargoyles. So I thought it was that.
Gargoyles
I don't know if I
and
see that, but
Spyro.
I mean,
No,
fair
it's
enough.
Phil, because you had us. All right.
Stone Dragon comes to life. That's the only similarity.
Right, but they're like all the statues, and they're like gathering them and all that stuff. And so
Yeah, that's how our D&D session started. Yeah, but
is with stone statues being gathered.
it quickly devolved.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Love that.
I love that campaign, man. But we're
No,
getting
it's a great
sidetracked.
campaign. We need to finish it.
Hey, at
Yeah.
some point, I had this idea a while ago, but I don't remember if I said it, so I'm going to say it now so it's just out in the ether. At some point, I want to do one of these podcasts and just have it be a D&D session.
Hell
It's
yeah,
a great
man.
idea. It's a great
Yes,
idea.
I,
Absolutely.
I
Market for
want
it, too.
that.
And then we'll do another Garfield. Garfield? No!
idea.
What?
Another Garfield.
I don't want to
podcast?
do
We'll do
Garfield.
another
Next
Garfield.
I'm
D&D
not
campaign
furry.
that IDM is going to be Garfield themed.
Would you, if Disney came out and said, "Hey, we're gonna do a Gargoyles reboot, but the only catch is Garfield has to be a major part of the show," would you still watch it?
He can
Yeah.
he can play Bronx.
Yeah, because a lot of those characters are
don't
pretty
do Bronx
funny
dirty.
in that. Yeah.
I gotta
is
be
great.
honest. If Gargoyles did do a crossover and Garfield had to be a part of it, I feel like he would take the role of Broadway, and I hate that because I Broadway.
You know,
remember, Broadway's my
Garfield
boy.
is Xanatos.
No, Odie's Xanatos. John can be the
John's
castle.
Bronx.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I said. Don't worry about it, man.
Beautiful.
Don't worry about it. Also,
What did you say?
I've been nothing. I didn't say. I've been working on a project while we've been talking.
Garfield?
Behold, I did it. It exists.
For the Nintendo Switch.
It's real.
That's fantastic.
No,
Okay.
if you angle the gun a little bit down, he can shoot the rating
Oh, he's
system.
Ron,
blasting
if
the
you're
rating
talking,
away.
I think I hear Broughton. I think I hear you through the wall, but I don't hear you in Discord.
Oh my gosh.
Because me and Broughton are roommates, for the record. But
Oh my god. Oh no! Did we
Uh,
lose? Did we? Was he too scared by Broadway's gun?
let me yell at Broughton.
Oh no, he's got a gun!
Broughton,
Go help.
disconnect
go,
and
Broadton.
reconnect.
Brief hiatus, everybody.
Discord.
Go,
Oh,
go to the
sorry.
bathroom.
Sorry.
Oh.
Never mind.
You're right.
I
Here I am.
fixed it.
Sorry
Never
about
mind.
that.
No bathroom break. Pee your pants, everybody. We are actually though.
Done.
We are at halftime, and I had a halftime question that was just very simple. Just go around and do it up. And now I
let's
can't
hear
remember what it is, so I'm gonna make up a new one on the spot. If you could remaster.
Your pants.
If you could remaster one old like tie-in game, like they did with Bikini Bottom, Battle for Bikini Bottom, what would you remaster? Because a lot of big games get remastered, but Battle for Bikini Bottom is the first time that we have seen like a tie-in game get remastered like that, and it did really well. So I think that we might be seeing more in the future. So do you have a game that you would remaster that was based on an old property? What would it be, Philip?
So I don't think any of y'all will know what this is, but my favorite anime is a show called Yu Yu Hakusho, and they
Oh
had
my
a
god, I'm
game.
the biggest fan.
How did we should talk about that. But anyways, and there was a game for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP called Yu Yu Hakusho Tournament Tactics, and it was a tactics style RPG game set in Yu Yu Hakusho, and like it was very simple, but it was actually really good, and like it was like my introduction to RPGs in a lot of ways, and I would love to see that like brought back and remastered, and quality of life improvements, and like bring more interest to the show too, because I think the show is amazing and doesn't get enough credit. So yeah, that.
Okay.
That'd be a good one. The thing that I want to keep, I guess to keep a theme unintentionally, this is actually just the first thing that came to my mind. As I used to play this game for the PC a lot, and I wouldn't want it to get like a bunch of new characters. I would want to just remaster with the assets at hand. Nicktoons Racing was a huge thing for me when I was growing up, and I think it'd be really cool to see that get remastered. I also think it'd be really funny to not add any modern Nicktoons characters to it, so that kids just have to like look at it and be like, who is this pigtail girl? Who is this fucking hybrid monstrosity?
God, Cat Dog sure did exist.
I love Cat Dog. Cat Dog's honestly one of my favorite Nicktoons. It's like Rugrats. SpongeBob doesn't count. It's like on its own pillar, so it's not fair to compare. But like it's Rugrats, Cat Dog, and honestly, now that I'm looking at it, maybe Hey Arnold. Oh no, Ren and Stimpy is on that list. Angry Beavers is on that list.
I think that was my first computer game, is Nicktoons Racing.
It was a good game. Broughton, what about you?
Yeah.
Any tie-in games?
This is so difficult because there's so many games that I want remastered.
That's fair. This
the
narrows
first
it
one
down.
The first one that came to mind, and we've been on a Nickelodeon kick, so I'm kind of on that. There's a Fairly Odd Parents game called Shadow Showdown.
Oh, I remember seeing commercials for that.
Oh, he's gone.
Well, there
We
you go.
lost
The
him.
Shadow Showdown killed him.
Oh,
Brian,
no!
Sorry, yeah,
He's
hold
in the
on.
shadow realm.
There he is. Hello?
Sorry about that. Okay, anyways, sorry. Yeah, Shadow
What was the
Showdown was a wonderful game. It was so good, and I think that should be remastered.
I could see that.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. I could see that. Real quick,
Come on,
Sam.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Actually, Sam, do yours first, and then I'll say what I was gonna say.
Okay, can I say Sonic Unleashed?
No, that's not based on. It's not based on a like.
had a TV show, but the TV show was based on the game.
Yeah, it's not a tie-in game.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know
Yeah,
we had
no,
to
tie-in
still
games
keep
only.
it. Okay.
Fucking shit out of here! Oh my god.
Okay, so I still had to keep it to the genre of like TV shows that should be video games, or that would get remastered.
That were a game before. Like, it's not like an old game, like an old TV game that you liked like as a kid that you want to be brought back. And remade.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I misunderstood the question.
Jesus, Sam. All right, Caleb. Put that picture.
I was waiting. It was there for so long.
Oh man.
I guess no, because I can't think of any at the top of my head, and I misunderstood the question.
Okay, wait. I have one for you.
Oh, well, okay, great.
Just gonna fill the empty slot.
Fucking this idiot over here can't think of one. I got you
another
covered.
great one.
Another one.
Okay, here
Another
it
one.
is, and I don't know if anyone played this game, but it was honestly really fun. And I think I played it on the PlayStation or on the computer. But there's a Jimmy Neutron game. It was a Jimmy
is that
Neutron
the
game.
Attack of the... Yeah.
You got to make the gadgets, so you had to like go around and get all the different parts to then make the specific gadget that he had, because he had all those specific gadgets. And it was a lot of fun. It was a really, really good game. I think I played it on the computer, but it was a great game. That's a game I think should be remastered. Just Jimmy Neutron in general. Jimmy Neutron was so good.
Nickelodeon had a lot of good video games. I will be honest.
I thought of one in the meantime. It's Family Feud.
God damn it!
Oh my god.
It would be a beat 'em up.
What? No, it would just be a remastered Family Feud.
Real talk though, the Family Feud and Jeopardy kind of games actually kind of fun. Not gonna lie.
No,
They
they're super
are fun.
They're just quiz games.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
look
of
at-
course.
You know, You Don't Know Jack is huge.
Go. Yeah, I guess that is.
Yeah.
All right, hey, wait, real quick, before we move on from this halftime question, I just want everyone to know that this beautiful fucking image of Cat Dog came up when I searched Nicktoons Racing.
Oh my
look
God,
at
what
that.
a-
But look at what they did to my
God.
boy.
It's
Look at what they've
like
done
a mac
to
and
my
cheese
boy.
noodle subjected to copious amounts of heroin.
He looks so. I feel bad for him.
No, it looks like Cat and Dog got sprayed or like hit with radiation, and
looks
they're
like Cat
it's
and Dog
melting.
got spayed.
It's like shitty melty cheese. It's fucking Velveeta.
Did
you just
call my
Velveeta
man
with a
Dog
face.
Cheese Whiz? God. How dare you,
Oh
Phillip?
my god.
That's what it looks like.
How are they breathing underwater?
They're not
man.
the problem.
Oh god.
They're
Wait,
dead, Jim.
hold on.
Now, this is an
There you go.
alternative. Oh god.
Don't sue me.
That's gonna be in
gonna
my
haunt-
nightmares.
you gotta
Caleb
make that
is
a-
now
you gotta make that an
zoomed in
emote.
on the
That's gonna be the
image
thumbnail.
of Cat dog.
Please.
All right. So another game, another tying game that I would want to see. Oh, okay. I know what it would be. Okay, so I've become largely thanks to like Layers of Fear and Silent Hill, Phillip. I have
You're
become
welcome.
a huge fan of horror games, and
That's horrifying.
I have slowly become a fan of horror movies, but only in the ones where I find the story appealing. And
Thank you, Caleb. I agree with you.
and the genre that has been popping up more and more is horror comedy, and I really want that kind of thing to spread to a survival horror game. And I feel like the best possible brand to do that is Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That's a great one. That's after. I swear there is a Courage the Cowardly Dog game.
They're probably. I know there are
Is that
a bunch
the
of really good
question?
Flash games, but the one that I would want to make like a survival horror game about Courage the Cowardly Dog, because you could do it and truly do like a full survival horror, but also still be like kind of comedic with it, because the whole time that it's scary, it's also like, hey, wait, this is just a little pink jelly bean dog, which is what made the show itself so appealing. You know?
So what would be great is almost, and Philip's been playing it. I know is what's that game called? Phil, that
Dead
you're
by
playing?
Daylight?
Philip, Dead Silence or
Oh, Dead by
You're talking about
Daylight.
Dead by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight. Excuse me, Dead by Daylight. So what would be great is almost if you could play as the different monsters and stuff that Courage deals with, and then you get to play the other. They're chasing you, and you get to play as like Courage or what's the Muriel. Yeah. And the man too, and like they're running from them all. And stuff. Yeah, and then it would just be so funny to hear, he's running and then Courage is like, oh god, where?
No,
Muriel.
the things I do for love. See, like, can you imagine, like PT style, like building up to a scare, and then you get scared and you hear Courage scream and you sprint, then you hear like a woman scream and it's Muriel, and instead of like in a horror game where it's just terrifying, he just goes, oh, the things I do for love, and he turns around and goes back.
No, I think absolutely. I mean,
That could be a lot of fun.
It's essentially what worked so well for the show is that it was so creepy and weird, but Courage was just the way he was so funny. The fact that he was cowardly and like so comedic, it worked for the show and made it like a good kid show.
Exactly, and I want them to make a good kids survival horror.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey kids,
Wait,
you like
wait.
being scared?
Gotta introduce those
You
kids
like
in the horror
laughing.
early,
This-
man.
If this game comes to Xbox, I want there to be an achievement titled "Return the Slide."
Return the slab, yeah.
Slide, return the
Slab,
slide.
fuck!
It's a power
Damn it,
point.
I'm embarrassed.
Go back
Oh.
and slide.
I just
see it
remember.
again.
I just had this Courage the Cowardly Dog related memory like dragged out of my 8th grade memory bank. So I was like, quote unquote bullied. It was all verbal. It was never physical. Thank Jesus. In middle school, and around the end of middle school, I started to come out of my shell a little bit. And one of the first things that I did that like, I guess asserted me, because to me it wasn't asserting myself, it was just stating an opinion. But I had a Courage the Cowardly Dog shirt on that I actually still wear as like a pajama shirt, and I had it, and this kid named Will, who was always like a huge cock.
Shout out to Will.
Shout out to Will, you're still probably a huge cock. He looked at my shirt and he went, oh, Courage the
He's a big
Cowardly
fan of the show,
Dog?
though.
That show always used to scare me so bad. And I, no hesitation, turned to him and said, that's stupid. And in, like 7th, 8th grade, that was like, oh my god, the fat kid who's getting bullied just called the bully stupid? Oh my god, the tables turned. Yeah,
Stood
and
up to him. Wait, it works.
stood up to him by calling him stupid about a fucking Cartoon Network show. Oh my god.
You got him.
And like, I'm not gonna complain because it fucking worked, but it was like, that
Yeah.
shouldn't have been the thing that did that. But I think about that sometimes. I think about like, man, remember when you called that kid stupid for getting scared of Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Caleb, all you needed was some courage.
Some courage. Oh!
It's a full circle.
I was saying before we segue to Broughton to your next game, I will say one of the best things about Courage the Cowardly Dog is that laugh that he would do, where he'd go like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
used
The
to love that
really
laugh.
big cackle.
yeah. I used to love that one. I wish I could do that laugh. I would do that laugh all the time. Fuck.
My favorite is like after like he gets his head banged in or something. He's just like,
Oh yeah, the really.
Those sure were noises.
They were good.
Yes.
It was a good show. All right, Bron, what you got for us?
I can't wait
Okay.
until Luiginator invests so long he gets his own soundboard.
Hell yes, brother.
Okay, so I've got one. So we're still doing TV show games.
Yes, all TV shows.
Okay. Wait, they have to be old? Oh, I can't
No,
do
it could be
olds.
any TV
Oh, okay.
show. Yeah.
Okay. So this one thankfully, it only recently became a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, hold on, it's loading in. I want everyone to be ready. I know Caleb's gonna love this.
Oh, no.
So I need the suspense to build.
Oh God.
Here we go. A Dark
Ooh!
Crystal video game.
Ooh.
That would be. Well, they. What kind of game would it be?
Open world, of course. It has to be.
Yeah.
But like, it could also be a great MMO because you could pick the factions.
Oh yeah.
You could be the Skeksis, or you could be, what's the other one? I forget. now.
Oh God, I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna be honest.
But anyways, the like, peaceful monks essentially. You could be them.
God, that'd be
You know,
cool.
and then you
that'd
could
be
go
so
off
cool.
and try and find the crystal and really, like, I think that would be so great doing an MMO of that. But even just doing an RPG, like Dragon Age type deal would be so good for Dark Crystal.
God, that'd be cool. Oh yeah, God, I wish Dylan was here to also freak out about this right now.
Dylan would absolutely freak out about
Yeah,
it.
Dylan would lose his mind about this.
No,
Dylan,
yeah,
you
'cause-
are definitely watching this far of the video. Leave a comment down below, Dylan, and say that you're freaking out about this video.
No, but yeah,
Do you-
Dark
do
Crystal.
you like that user engagement?
It was. Thank God it got turned into a TV show and I could put it out here because
It just made
it.
it. It just squeezed by.
Yeah, just squeezed by recently. But yeah, I think that would be a really cool game because, like, I mean, the Skeksis are such a great villain, and just like to have like, just the cutscenes alone of them doing all their different crazy voices and all that would be awesome.
God, it would be. It'd be so cool. Now I'm just thinking. Now, see, that's the thing about when we do these is that then it just puts them in my brain, and I really want them, and I'm sad because I'll probably
What
never
would be
get
even
them.
cooler is if, and I think this would have to be done. I guess it could be done next gen now, but like if you could do it almost in an art style that makes them look like puppets.
Oh, you absolutely. They could
that
absolutely
still
find
could
a way
have
to
the
do that.
texture of puppets and everything like that. Because I
It'd
think
be-
if you just did,
That's supposed to be a wishbone Courage the Cowardly Dog hybrid monstrosity.
Maybe.
I hate that with all my heart.
Phillip, we're not talking about Courage anymore.
What's the story, Courage?
What's the story? What's the story, Courage? And he goes, oh.
That's it. That's the story. That's all you needed.
He launches into a Stephen King novel. Oh, they had a child orgy. Oh,
Oh no!
no.
the things they do for love.
Wishbone, don't recreate that. No.
oh, wishbone.
Bad dog. Bad.
I'm sorry, Broughton. Continue. Phillip
No,
rudely
you're
interrupted.
Therapy.
I'm actually looking up, and apparently there is a Dark Crystal game.
There was, but it wasn't like open world. I didn't
It's like
play
a
it.
tactics game. It's like a
Yeah.
tactics game, strategy.
And I was
based,
like,
yeah.
this is cool. Like, thank you for making a game, but this is not what I wanted from this series at all.
Right. Yeah. I think the open world, because like I've been playing a recent game, and it kind of reminds me of Dark Crystal almost. Is I've been playing Grounded, or I played it for a little bit because there's not much you can do right now. But Grounded, the scope of that game, where the game is essentially Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So, you're shrunk down, and so everything's big. There are all these big blades of grass and bugs. But, like, that would be so cool to see, like, because Dark Crystal is almost similar in that sense, where it's like you're in this big, like, backyard with all these, in this forest and all that. And so it'd be so cool to see in a game and be able to interact with the world.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. I think that it's like, that's the thing that gets me, is really just the world in general, is being able to see that world and explore it. It's Nice. To go back to the original comparative, it would be like exploring Hyrule in Breath of the Wild. It would just be a completely new experience.
Yeah, and you have all the characters, you have so many characters like, what's her name, Magda, or like Magda, the, that crazy woman. And, you go back to her to get the quest, to find, the different parts of the crystal or different things to help you, attack the Skeksis and all that. And it would be really fun. I think it'd be a really fun game to play.
It absolutely would. Yes. All right, Sam, what you got for us?
Okay, I need to recopy my image because I forgot to do that. Okay, here we go. So I need to quickly explain this one. Next TV show adaptation to video game. It's Naruto. Now I know what you're thinking. They already did that.
Yeah.
But, however, I'm doing it in a different genre sort of way. Because all the recent Naruto games that came out, it's all been like half-assed open world, but mainly just a fighting game. Because Bandai Namco is just like, it's all about a fighting game. However, they recently came out with an RPG game for Dragon Ball Z called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I flippin' love that game because you go through the entire Dragon Ball Z storyline, but with a bunch of RPG elements, a big open world to explore, and characters to level up. I would like to have that same kind of style put into the Naruto story, and if they also want, they can also cover up the entire like child Naruto story arc and then like the Naruto Shippuden arc, but have it like all be like with the RPG elements, because I think it'd be really cool to like actually like level up Naruto all the way up to like him becoming a Hokage. Same with like all the other like Team 7 casts. I feel like also with like playable characters, it's like there's actually a large cast to like choose from with playing as. So I feel like it like everyone would have a character they would want to play as instead of just like not just Naruto. But yeah, I feel like with the big open world that is the Naruto world and all the ninja elements that would have like a very unique style of combat, I think that would be a really good RPG open world game, because I really like RPG games, so I'm gonna keep bringing them back to that.
I would be down for that, yeah. Oh god damn it, my internet went out.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're talking about all these TV shows, and I think most of the TV shows we've said, the games you're gonna make, they're gonna have to be RPG, because that's what you watch the show, you love the main character, so you have to play as that character.
Well, like, especially, like, I mean, most of these would involve, like, combat, too, and in my opinion, the best way to pull that off, especially with story-driven games, is going to be RPGs in some capacity.
Right.
Yeah.
RPGs, if there's not combat, you can do other stuff, stories. But, yeah. Caleb, is your internet working?
No!
Host?
Uh-oh.
Sam, you're co-host. Yeah, Sam, you're on it.
Co-host.
I'm the podcast boy. I'm the one who talks.
I can't wait to hear that.
I've never watched Naruto.
It's okay.
Really?
No, I've never watched
really
it.
Good.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm back. Hello.
Yay.
I'm glad that I have you guys' audio, so you can just
it.
keep the ball rolling when that happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I'm not worried about it. And that's why Sam, that's why you're here. That's why you're the co-host.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah, it's like he's the captain now.
Look at you.
I'm the captain
You are the captain now.
I am the captain.
Yeah, sorry everybody, I've been dealing with internet outages, and the people who I told that are supposed to take care of it gave me several non sequitur will take care of it, so now I have to go yell at people tomorrow.
Classic.
Yeah.
Phillip
The American
dream on a
dream.
daily basis.
Because of our AC has been broken for over a month.
Oh, love that.
But
Are my images getting through though? That's what I care about.
What's that?
What?
Are my images getting through? That's what I care
Yes,
about.
there's
Yes,
like
all of
there's
them
a
are
stream.
getting in.
Good. Good. These are all official screenshots from the show, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because like most of those are something in motion, and then the last one, that's just Lee. That's just how he is.
That's
Oh,
just
Lee.
how he is.
Lee was such a cool character for like the first 20 episodes, and then they kicked him to the side.
I need to watch Naruto. I'll watch it someday, maybe.
See, I was saying the same thing. I've never seen it.
It's good for a while, and then goes on too long, in my opinion.
So recently I watched a video on like Dragon Ball Z.
Wow. Okay.
Both of you just talk, and whoever we hear is the one that we'll respond to.
I just want to say this
keep pausing
real
and
quick. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I just want to say my opinion is that the Naruto original franchise, the very start when he was a kid, had a good starting point. Then it just went on for too long for 100 episodes. But the Naruto Shippuden, I think it's good and just has a lot of filler. But Boruto, I think it sucks. That's all I
Why
want to
did
say.
Naruto name his son Burrito?
Because he's stupid.
Because
That's why it's.
burritos?
You know what? That's a fair point. I would name my kid Quesadilla, and just with
But
the
to-
logic of
but
everybody
you
likes
eat those.
quesadilla.
No cannibalism.
Everything
Who
is
said
eatable in
anything
here,
about
children.
cannibalism, dude.
Yum.
No, but I've always been intimidated by like
That one's
Naruto
my
and
favorite.
things
Goes on
because
forever.
like the lore is so insane. Like I was saying, I was watching a video on, because when I watch shows or anything, I need like the whole scope of it. So I started watching a video explaining Dragon Ball and how all that
Oh
works.
lord.
I wasn't even like halfway through it before I was like, oh my god, this is so much. I don't even know what I'm watching anymore.
I do that
feel
with
like I'm
game theory
watching
and Five
the
Nights at
world
Freddy's.
created.
It's good stuff.
It was very intense.
I enjoy it.
And if you're also looking for like shows that you didn't expect to have a whole lot of lore, look up the lore for Ben 10. You'll be
Oh,
surprised.
dude, the Ben,
No.
ben 10
Dare-
lore is insane.
10 is amazing. I love that show.
Oh, the
No, I
original
love
show
the
is.
show.
I
The,
never
the
got
sequel
into it.
shows are eh. The
So
original
the kid
shows.
that I nanny actually loves Ben 10, which is really beneficial to me because sometimes we'll watch the original series.
Ah, there you go.
But
You're
no,
like, I know this
actually-
shit.
I don't. No. I think Ultimate Alien was actually pretty good.
I
I
couldn't
like
vibe with
Ultimate
it.
Alien.
Ultimate Alien was good because he's like a teenager, and that was cool.
Oh, a proper Ben 10 game would be good. That's not my pick, but it would be good.
All right, Philip.
they-
Philip, you're next. Philip picks Ben 10. Explain it.
No! I already have my
Done.
picks! I even have a pick.
But hey, that's a good segue. Philip, what's your next game?
Phillip, yeah, what's your game?
Alright, so it's me. I gotta bring my sci-fi bullshit into this.
Cyborg.
Star Trek. It is Star
no,
Trek
not
Day,
Star
by the
Trek,
way.
No. Firefly.
Oh.
Oh, similar.
We need a proper kind of space piratey game, and then the Firefly would be a great jumping off point for that. So fuck yeah, run a ship, go raid some supply lines and shit, fight some wars. Hell yeah.
First, we need a reboot of the TV series.
Yeah, unfortunately
that's
that'll
the
probably
first
never
thing.
happen because like
Or
we
a
got
sequel to
the
the
movie
movie.
at least. We get but they spoilered some spoilers, so I doubt it can continue with the how it was before. I don't want to spoil it. 'cause
right,
it's a
right,
great-
right.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
spoil it right now. I'll tell you.
No.
I'll spoil it right now. Right
Wow,
now. Ready?
deep.
Ready? There are people in it, and the show's called Firefly. Sorry,
Whoa, what
everybody.
the fuck, man?
Sorry, everybody.
You
Hey,
are not
also,
believing
R2D2
your
dice.
eyes.
But yes, I think.
But how would you
uh,
do the game? Would you do it? Because there's a space bridge simulator, so that's like Star Trek almost. But how would you do a Firefly game? Is my question.
Well, I think like the main bit would be like the starting bit would be like assembling your crew, trying to get people to fill the different positions and stuff. But I honestly, in a weird way, like a much more fleshed out kind of version of a Faster Than Light.
Great game.
Kind of go with
Oh my
that
God.
as far as
So good.
the running your ship part goes, but then have a full game around it where you have honestly almost a Red Dead Redemption style kind of thing, but set in space because Firefly is a space western. So you could do like if Red Dead Redemption and Faster Than Light had a baby, that's what the Firefly game should be, and it would
But
be
I
incredible.
almost think even just doing a Faster Than Light game and then having it where they can go, because in Faster Than Light,
Because you
I
want
don't
to
know if
explore
anyone's
worlds and
played
stuff
it.
too.
It's a great game. You should all play it. It's on Steam. It's really awesome. But in that game, you get to select the different planets you go to, and instead of going down to the planet, you deal with like ships or things like that. To have the option to go down to the planet and then have it, in the same style or whatever, I think that would be interesting. And
Yeah,
have it
see,
like a
I would
tactics
want
game.
though to like still be able to like explore your ship, like honestly almost Mass Effect style, where you can talk to all your crew and
Oh,
stuff.
okay, yeah.
But still have all the mechanics of like running your ship and stuff with Faster Than Light. So like I want to like take that from like the 2D Faster Than Light to like a 3D bridge like Mass Effect, but still have those in-depth managing your ship and crew mechanics, and still exploring worlds and shit too.
You could do it almost like Mass Effect, I think. What would be cool about doing it that way, where you said you want to be interacting with the ship, is you can make it, with all your friends being each different member and dealing with a different station on the ship.
Oh, like a multiplayer game?
Right, like
the Guns of Icarus game that came out.
Yeah, like a co-op type deal, and
maybe
someone's on engines, someone's on whatever.
The only thing is, I think for my personal taste, I'd want it to be like a story-based game, but like a multiplayer mode would be really cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But yeah, I think that would be super awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Firefly was great. If anyone hasn't watched it, highly recommend.
Honestly, Caleb, I think you'd like it because it's. I know you're not always the biggest sci-fi guy, but it has a lot of Western stuff too.
It's also pretty comedic.
I like Firefly.
Caleb would love Jane.
He'd love Wash because I know I love Wash.
I love Wash.
Wash is amazing. Alan Tudyk, my boy.
Phillip, are you
Dude,
saying that
he's
because
phenomenal.
Are you saying
Alan
that
Tudyk's
because we're
an
the same
amazing
person,
actor.
Phillip?
What's up?
Are you saying that because we're the same person? You saying I'm like that character because you...
Yes, we are clones.
I'm my own person, Dad.
Yeah, no, you're not, son.
You can't
Dad, son.
We've been over this. You reproduced by budding. You're an exact copy.
We have
Carbon
the exact
copies, dude.
same DNA.
Not as in I combined with your mother. You have my DNA.
We are one and the same.
Down to the last chromosome, son. We are the same.
Wait, who shot who out of whose balls?
I shot
yes.
the law.
Simultaneously.
The law won.
I shot the sheriff. Wink, wink.
But I did not shoot the deputy.
All right, I'm out.
Because I was not attracted to the deputy.
All right. What time is it? How much time do we have time to go around again? Oh no, we don't have time.
We could do a lightning round.
Yeah, well,
A lightning bug round, like fireflies.
You just
let's
give
do.
off,
Okay,
one
we'll
idea
do
and then go on.
an almost halftime question. Pretty much a halftime question. A quarter time question. We'll do a quarter time question. If you could make a game based on one obscure cartoon character, what game would it be?
Ooh, an obscure cartoon character?
Yeah. I would make a game. Give me a sec. I gotta pull up a picture.
Yeah, you give me a reference for obscure.
I would make a game based on. Let me find the title card. I would make a Western game based on Quick Draw McGraw,
Nice.
the old Hanna-Barbera character. Cause it'd be a fun time.
Well,
Just like
I love this cartoon character. He's a cartoon character. It counts.
Okay.
And Caleb, you'll appreciate this because it's a reference that I think not a lot of people know.
Okay.
But Pete's Dragon.
Aw, that'd be cool. Like a game all about Elliot? Hell yeah.
Dude, Elliot just going around saving kids because that's what he did. He saved kids.
Oh, dude,
Saving
that
the
would
orphans,
be so
dude.
cool. Actually, that'd be so
Like
sweet.
I was so disappointed when they remade that, and it just.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot that they did.
They did, and they had Robert Redford in it too.
Wow.
The remake was the most forgettable thing in the world.
Imagine making a remake of a film that people already don't remember that much,
Right.
and then having
Making it
people
more
remember
forgettable.
your remake even less.
Right. The one thing that made it so great was it's a musical. Pete's Dragon, if no one's ever seen it, it's one of the old Disney movies where they have singing and songs, and that's what makes it so great.
And it's an animated dragon.
It's so good. And the animated dragon Elliot. Also, it's unreal, the kid, this movie was made. When was this movie made?
1970 something. Like,
Right. And it's the kid interacts with this animated dragon and the world, and it's so impressive.
1977.
Yeah, so it's really
Good year.
impressive for 1977 special effects.
Oh yeah.
A lot of practical stuff.
My last comment about Pete's Dragon is when I was a very, very small child, I used to think that the song Puff the Magic Dragon was about Pete's Dragon because I didn't know.
They look similar.
Yeah, I literally I had only seen pictures. I didn't get to watch Pete's Dragon until I was in middle school, and
that's
so I
probably when I
remember
watched it.
seeing pictures of it and just thinking, oh yeah, that's Puff the Magic Dragon. There you go.
It's funny, I just looked up Puff the Magic Dragon on Imager, and this came up actually, which
Please
is
tell
really
me
funny.
it's just Elliot. Oh, yep.
This right there. Like that's Elliot.
Yeah. All right, Sam, we got cartoon character.
I'm trying to copy and paste it. Come on, work with me. No.
I like that everybody
It's
frantically
over
tries to get an
2,000
image
characters.
Oh no!
I got picked.
You
Hang
can
on.
copy the image directly, Sam.
Yeah, just copy the image. Don't copy
Yeah,
the
that's what I've
URL.
been doing.
Oh wait, I can do that.
Yeah, just copy the image.
All right.
We're learning, friends. We're all learning here.
Yeah. Computer, work with me.
No, don't computer stop.
Copy image. Back to Discord. Paste.
What a process.
Upload. It's
the
Camp
build-up.
Laszlo.
Oh.
What kind of
And the
what? Okay.
Similar to that of Animal Crossing. Real time, real date, and what you do is you log on, and depending on the time and day, you do specifically season and timed camp activities.
Well, but you have to remember, this is a game that's specifically about Laszlo, not about the show.
Well,
I just lost Sam.
if you could see me right now, like like that loading circle, like
Just
on
say,
every
just,
Apple
who's
phone.
the main character? The
That
monkey.
was my
Say
head.
focuses on the monkey.
Yeah, it's just Laszlo going through camp.
Yeah, this is just like his slice of life stuff, and I feel like that still applies to like Animal Crossing logic. Like, depending on the time of day you log in, exactly that. That was me. Depending on the time of day you log in, that's the kind of like episode you get with Laszlo.
Yeah,
And then, like-
I could see that.
And like it's never like a one set genre. Like it's not like dedicated fighting or dedicated exploring. It's like whatever that episode is.
Oh, Clam was one of the first impressions I could do when I was a kid.
Clam.
That was a good one. Clam. I don't know. I can't do it. I'd have to go listen to him. I don't remember what he.
I know, I'd have to listen to him as well.
I know it was Tom Kenny though.
Was it?
Yeah, Tom Kenny was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tom
All right,
Kenny's been in
Phillip. What about
everything,
you?
though.
One specific cartoon character.
All right, yeah. So I'm glad Sam went first because I was about to be in the same trap. I was gonna pick a general thing, but
Oh well, let's hear what you were gonna
well,
pick.
I'm just specifying it down. So it's a cartoon, it's an animated film, but still, it's a Watership Down, one of my favorite animated movies. I think a game of that would be amazing, specifically focusing on the main character Hazel. I think it'd be really cool. You know the whole. Weirdly enough, Watership Down has a lot of lore that you can explore, especially with Hazel, the main character, and just avoiding traps and dangers as a rabbit, and bringing your like clan to safety and finding them a new home. I think could actually be a really interesting game. So
I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been a Watership
I've never
Down
heard
game.
of
oh
this.
dude, what? It's one of the best animated movies ever.
This is one of the images.
Oh yeah,
that I
it's
just
Yep.
found.
it's violent as fuck, dude. It's super gory for a movie
For everyone who can't see, I pulled up this image of this rabid, bloody rabbit.
Yeah, no, it's a super gory movie for an animated film, but it's amazing.
Is it like The Secret of Nim or whatever?
It's kind of in that vein
Yeah.
anyone can watch it, like families can watch it, but it's
Wow.
kind of a little more for like
I hope
older
they're having
audiences a
interesting
little bit.
conversation.
Like
Right,
it's very
okay.
dramatic and it's a lot, but it's an amazing film. Please check it out, especially if you love animation.
Well, no, yeah.
It's one of the best animated movies ever. It's phenomenal.
Yes.
What studio?
I know it's a British film.
Interesting.
It was
Looking up
Tom
right now.
Jones.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Not unusual.
It's a book.
Oh, yeah, it started as a
apparently.
book, yeah.
So
They made a
Oh
Netflix
shit.
TV
Okay,
show,
timer's
too.
up. All right, timer's up. Lightning round. Go. Okay, so Broughton, the way the lightning round works is that we all pick one more and really fast explain it, and like no holds barred, just boom, 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 boom. Ready, set, next. What TV show would you make a video game? Broughton, go.
Danny Phantom, because it's awesome. Danny
That-
Phantom's so good.
yeah.
You capture ghosts. It's just like Luigi's Mansion.
Oh my God, it's like a beat 'em up Luigi's Mansion. Hell yeah.
Yes.
All right, Sam, go.
I was gonna say Danny Phantom. Why is it
Pick a new one,
stealing
go.
my
This
lightning
is every
round?
time
I'm on, you get
What the fuck?
Phillip, you go and then come back to Sam.
No, Danny Phantom with an I. Ha, I'm good.
No, there is a girl, Danny Phantom.
I know, that's why I said it!
amazing.
All
Caleb?
right.
Okay.
Phillip, go. Phillip, go.
Stargate SG-1, but it's XCOM, but with Stargate characters. Boom.
Oh, Stargate
No!
SG-1.
So good, dude. Stargate's so fucking good.
That whole series is incredible.
All right, good talk.
My
we
internet
lose Caleb
is
again?
going in and out. And it's ruining lightning round. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
No, you're good. What's yours, Caleb?
Okay. I really my internet cannot go out.
I swear to God, it's Banjo.
So back in the early
Favorite TV show,
No!
Feel
Son of
like
a Vamp while kills Kenny's internet. Sort
I-
it out. Vamp, Sam, Vamp.
Let's talk about SG1 some more.
God, I'm
Yes,
so
Stargate,
fucking pissed
great
at my
show.
internet. Okay,
Back kid?
I'm back.
Come on, just say it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, so back in the early 2000s, the game Viva Pinata had a TV show, and it was really good, and it convinced them to do animated reels of other shows from the company Rareware.
Animated what? I want to know. Animated
Well,
what?
wait, he's still talking in his video, so everyone just acts surprised and like, what?
I swear to
Are
God.
you kidding me?
All right. Okay, so Viva Pinata got made into a game. It made them do animated pilots and animated stuff for other stuff from Rareware, and one of the things that they did was Banjo-Kazooie.
Yes,
Banjo-Kazooie
yeah, I
would
knew
be
it,
big.
I knew
So that
it,
would
I
do.
knew it.
Yes,
Are
and that's
you
all,
kidding me?
that's all for the podcast, man. Yay!
Everyone in the comment section, post about how a problem this is.
Caleb, this is an intervention.
No!
You need help.
I will. This is the podcast now. The podcast is the Luiginator podcast. Subtitle: The Quest for Sponsorship. Subtitle: The Quest with Banjo-Kazooie and everything. Boom.
Banjo-Kazooie, pitter-patter, let's get at her.
This is the Banjo Cast now. Welcome to the fucking Banjo Cast. Wait, hold on. I'll be. Come on, give me a sec.
Caleb, I gotta pee.
This
I
lightning
can't
round
wait.
is really dragging on.
I'm gonna crush Caleb's spirits in a second.
Oh no, don't
I'm
do
about
that.
to end this
Not
whole
on the
man's
Dummy Show.
career.
Caleb, I've never played Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, I haven't
That's
either.
fine. Everybody needs to.
I'm not a platformer guy.
Alright,
He's got
everybody.
his
Playing a
banjo.
banjo in real life.
Yeah,
Welcome to the Banjo Cast.
got an ending theme song.
Thank you for coming, friends. This is the podcast. Goodbye, friends. Guests, say goodbye.
Thank you for having me on your kids show podcast. That's what it sounds like, that you're playing the banjo as the kids are leaving.
The lesson today,
Come back
kids.
next time, kids. I hope you learned a nice lesson.
Friends, don't forget to like and comment and favorite. Check out Brew Neighbors. Link in the
Yes, please,
description.
thank you. We do
Thank you for having
things.
me on. This was a lot of fun.
Sam, you got anything to say?
I'm gonna steal your blue backpack.
Oh no, not the backpack.
Ah, drop the mic.